Stay down, I get up. I'll go 12 rounds before I give up. Heavy is the ground, but I will not put it down. Word around this town, my time is now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Whoa, what a morning it has been. It is time for the On Your Now show. It's Wednesday. It's Relationship Wednesday. So everybody, come on in, grab a friend. Owners, where are you? We need to feel your energy. I am your host, Tracie Berry-McGhee, also known as Divine T.
And I am your co-host, Yolonda Lankford. And you know what they call me, Lady Yo.
Lady Yo, Lady Yo, Lady Yo, Lady Yo. My girl. I am so excited about today because you know what? It's Relationship Wednesday. And when it's Relationship Wednesday, we get to connect. Although we connect every single day, do we not?
We do connect every single day, but when you hear the word relationship, it makes you think about it.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Speaking of relationship, y'all, we're talking about our owners today. All of our owners that are in the chat, come on in. We're so excited about you. You come in every single day. So today is about you. We had a little issue because we had an amazing guest coming in from where, Lady O?
She was coming in from Dubai, but you know, there was some little technical issues, but we know she's going to come back hopefully real soon and tell us all about what she's doing for the community at large.
Absolutely.
Because she is out of the country and she is in connection with Dikembe Mutombo in the coffee business.
Yes, she is. But you know what? She's going to come back, you all. So today it's about us. It's about we. It's about the owners. Alex, Dawn, Terry, everybody's popping in saying good morning. We need to know, y'all, what's in your cup. What are you all literally sipping on? We're going to talk to you about what's in your cup and what does that mean? Because that's important. Lady O, we'll start off with you. What's in your cup?
Well, you know, physically, I have a cup of coffee. But you know what? When we start filling up our cup, I have a cup of joy.
A cup of joy. Okay. I love that. I love that. So Dawn is saying that she's drinking and sipping on some black coffee cold decaf with oat milk creamer and that glass of STL water. Morning, Mimi. We miss you today. I wish you could just pop on in. That would be really cool. I know you're on the go. Oberweis milk. That's what Robert said. It's back with his banana nut muffin. Good morning, Michelle. How are you, beautiful? Glenetta, how are you? I miss you. I need to see you. She's drinking her black coffee. So Terry says it's the Fiji water for me. I know that. Wait a minute. First off, do you all feel like all water tastes the same?
Because no, ma'am. No, ma'am. It does not. And I can say that because I used to drink well water. And it tastes totally different than, as my grandma would say, faucet water.
Faucet water. I have tried different types of water. I think it matters what the water is in. Like if you're drinking water out of like a plastic cup, because when I grew up, my grandmother used to have these cups and they were like, I don't know, they were insulated and they looked steel or aluminum and they were so cold and the moisture was on the outside and that was the best cup. So I like that. But when it comes to coffee, I am drinking my black coffee in my own YN cup. And I remember my dad used to have coffee in a thermos and he would pour it out. When you all were on the farm and you had coffee with your dad, tell me what kind of cups were you all drinking out of?
So it was my duty to make sure my dad had his coffee for the morning. My mother literally would boil it on top of the stove. It was Folgers, everybody. And she would pour it in the thermos and it was an insulated thermos and I'd walk it to the barn. But you know the secret. He said, you can take a sip, but don't tell your mom. So literally, I think I've been drinking coffee for over 50 years.
Yeah. Well, you know, I tell you all, that's my thing too. When my mom was, I don't know if you all know this, look, we like telling you all, this is our day to just talk about whatever we want to talk about. But I want to talk about coffee because coffee is literally my affirmation word for today. When I was growing up, my mom had to get up very early to go to work. And So she would make coffee, and she would tell me that you had to wait until you were grown to drink coffee, y'all. So I was like literally trying to wait till I was grown to drink coffee. But she would sit in the bathroom, and while she was doing her makeup, she would drink her coffee. And when she would leave to go to work, y'all, I would go back and finish up the rest of the coffee. I was drinking cold coffee before cold coffee was a thing, okay? And then my grandmother always drank coffee, and all of my aunts. So it was this thing in our family. And I don't think that you all know this, but when we first started, um, literally when we first started here on the Own Your Now show, I had lost my mom. My mom, when she transitioned, she was having her last cup of coffee. And so was my grandmother when she transitioned. So for me, coffee is everything. So yeah, that's what I'm sipping on. It means a lot to me. I'm looking in the chat, and Jerry Brown says that insulated thermal cup, that stainless steel. Yes, Jerry, that was everything. And yes, that's what it's all about. Michelle said 50 years old. Yeah, we're celebrating age here, y'all. That's what we do here. We make sure of that. Jerry says that her grandma used to tell her, I couldn't have coffee till I was young because it would stunt my growth. That's right.
I heard that too. For some reasons, I think it was like an uncle who said, "Don't drink coffee. It's gonna it'll make you darker."
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Well, then that's not true, because I drink my coffee black, and I love it black, and I love all shades. You know
Me
what?
too.
Lynetta says, my grandma gave me my first cup of coffee. Isn't that something? How that's something you shared? It was either coffee, or you would have tea parties, or
Oh yes,
like that.
I remember my grandmother had a pink cup with her pink saucer, and that's was her cup, and no one else can drink out of her cup. And she always had coffee in her little pink cup. I think it was more of a teacup, but I think she thought she was cute when she drank out of her pink cup, so she used it.
I love that. Well, the thing about it is, y'all, whatever cup you drink out of, whatever you're sipping on, the other piece to what's in my cup is the positivity. Always asking, is your cup full? Is it overflowing or what? And the only way you can do that is to take care of yourself. So whatever is in your cup, whether it's coffee or your affirmation word of the day, whatever you're sipping on, we want it to be positivity. But you know what? The only way you can be positive is to be what, Lady O?
Be your best self.
That's right, y'all. So let's take some deep breaths in and deep breaths out. We're going to center ourselves and focus on being our best selves. That's what we do here, y'all, on the Own Your Now show. This song was by Lady Bree. Everybody get ready.
Show it off every
Stretch.
part, yeah. 'Cause I'm strong and I love the skin I'm in. Every shape, every inch, no doubt there's power deep within. Yeah.
I see you, Robert.
Ain't enough, ain't an age now. Beauty comes in every size and every shape.
Best self, y'all. We're going to start with our left arms. We breathe. Let's go. Let's go.
I'ma be my best self.
Woo!
I'm loving who I be.
Smile at yourself in the mirror. Lady Yo, you got the best smile.
Like me. Self-aware, my best.
All right, y'all. We're doing this together. If you can, raise up your right arm. All right, bring them both up.
Confident, no limit, owning it. Look in the mirror and all I see is love. And take it one step at a time, 'cause I'm in love.
Raise it up high.
A smile in her face. Beauty's holding my head up with grace. And I thank God for
bring
the
it
way
down
I
slowly.
made it. Whoa, I'ma be my best self.
Center yourself. Y'all look, Robert is in the chat. Our owner, Robert, he's telling you all exactly what to do.
There's no one
we're going to stretch out to a friend.
Self-love, self-help, self-care, self-care, self-healing, self-work, self-aware.
Check on your friends. You all right? Mimi, you all right? Lynetta, you all right? Okay, we got to take care of ourselves. We're going to bring it in. Give yourself a hug. Woo!
I'ma be my best self. I'ma be.
That song has really carried us through, hasn't it?
Absolutely. There's days I hear so many different things. And, today was holding my head up with grace. No matter what comes our way, hold your head up with grace. Walk in your truth and
Yes.
walk that path that God is lighting for you, because he's going to light it for you. You
Yes.
just got to put one foot in front of the other.
That's the biggest piece about when it says best self always. You have to give love to yourself first. I'm a licensed therapist, but I know that me being my best self is loving what I'm doing. And what we're doing right here, right now, it's just been the best, hasn't it? Literally.
You know what, Tracie? I can say this is the best. When you're young and you start thinking about your career, you're thinking, oh, this was a great career, or I got the best job. But this is truly my passion and my purpose. Out of all the things I've done, and I've been blessed to do a lot of things, this one has given me that courage to be myself. Because a lot of times when you get a job, you have to dress a certain way.
Right.
You have to be in your office a certain amount of time. But this allows me to do the Yolonda. So I love it. Yes, this is an awesome thing.
Well, our nonprofit says I define me. And that was really important to me, that even as girls that become I define me women, that one of the things about saying I define me is that you also own your now. So how can you own your now? By being your best self. That's what it looks like. And when you being your best self, guess what? You can celebrate everyone else. And that's what we're doing here. Lady O, who is celebrating today?
Well, we have our birthday shout outs. Let's start off with Janice Baker. She's our first birthday shout out. We hope you're having a great day.
Woo! Janice Baker. She's our sophomore.
I was trying, Tracie saying she is a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta
Sorority Incorporated. Everybody, shout out Niecy Baker. It's her birthday. Yay! And you know what? Oh my gosh, we're celebrating because that Aretha Franklin movie is coming out.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. They say it is phenomenal. Everyone has gotten a sneak peek preview has said it's phenomenal. We also have Ryan Marquez having a birthday. Deanna Dempsey, happy birthday. Rory Green, let me tell you, I saw your picture. Your boy DT showed a back in the day picture and a current picture. So that means they say they have been friends for 38 years. So happy birthday, Rory.
Wow.
We have a hairstylist extraordinaire, Miss Nicole Lee Selden is having a birthday. I always have to look down because I always call her Nikki. Happy birthday, Nikki. And Church is having a birthday. Happy birthday, Church.
Happy birthday, Church. I don't know if you saw, but if you go on Church's on his Facebook page, he has all these pictures that he's been doing of himself because he's a photographer. He had Maroon Day. He was chilling. Man, he's just blowing it up with his birthday. Happy birthday, Church.
When you can go by one name and people know you, that's something awesome. Now, I have my celebrity birthday. Just in case she's watching. Happy birthday, Viola Davis.
Woo! Viola Davis, y'all. Happy birthday to you. I gotta ask y'all, when I think about this woman, she is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Well, the Leos got some phenomenal people, do they not?
We're going to have to give a little shout out to the Leos. Yes, they do.
Yes, give a shout out to the Leos because y'all know we celebrate ours. Everybody just pop your signs up. Put them in there. What is your astrological zodiac signs if that's what you're into? But listen, y'all, I want to know, what is your favorite Viola Davis movie, Lady O, or series?
My favorite is Fences.
I
liked the character she played and the emotion she brought out in the character of Fences. She was tough but gentle. She loved her family and she stood up for her family and she believed in family no matter how it came to her.
Yes. You know what? I'm gonna have to go number one with my favorite movie. I think I really did like The Help. I really liked The Help. I actually love The Help because I saw relationships build from that. And How to Get Away with Murder. Baby, I'm telling you, there was some scenes in there that I love trying to figure things out. My husband will tell you I try to figure out all the movies. But the other thing is there was a scene that she played with Cicely Tyson. And that scene just took me away. How to Get Away with Murder. Yes, Glenetta, that's it, girl. She said it. Of course, Glenetta is an attorney, so of course she would love that one. And you have, if you have an attorney, you can have that privilege, I think, that you could tell them that you murdered someone and they can't tell. I think I've never murdered somebody, but those movies, I love How to Get Away with Murder. Rhonda Robinson said How to Get Away with Murder. Joan said The Help, and guess what? Jerry agrees. Fences. That's one of them. Look, I gotta go back. Everybody started shouting out their signs, but look. Robert gave us one of our own.
Dr. Rowe. Yes, it is Dr. Rowe's birthday. Ronika Thomas is her name. Thank you, Robert, for keeping me honest. There we go. Happy birthday, Dr. Rowe.
And let me tell you, Dr. Rowe, this is what community looks like. Positivity breeds positivity. We say that all the time. But that sister right there, that sister is so positive. She focuses on nonprofits. She has a nonprofit of her own, raises her children. She is a boss lady. Happy birthday, Dr. Rowe. Of course. And you know what? We're going to keep shouting out birthdays. And also, I think it was Tony that says happy first day of school to all the City Academy students. They going back to school, y'all. So happy birthday to them. But look, I'm looking at this. Everybody shouted out their sign because we did say it is Leo season. But okay, Tony, she's a Libra. Let's see who we connecting with. Who's winning? Dawn says she's a Taurus. Leo season. Shameen, Scorpio.
Me too, Mimi.
I'm looking for mine to come up. Virgo. Okay, we got the Virgos in the house. I think the Virgos are winning. Ivy's a Sagittarius. Okay. Lady West is a Sagittarius. She says the best sign ever. Carla is a Capricorn. Capricorns, Carla, they say Capricorns are stubborn goats. And you probably are, but Capricorns are true. Carla, as a matter of fact, I got to call you. Y'all, everybody says that this is the time to plant new flowers and plant things for the fall. I need help, Carla. You said you would help me. I need to replant a plant, so get with me. Do you like to get in the soil, don't you, Lady L?
Oh, anytime I have to think, I always call you and say, I have to go put my hands in the soil. I got to go put my hands in some dirt. It's something about the feeling. And no, I don't wear gloves. I just like to feel it in my hands. It kind of reminds me of home. And I think it just brings me back to a solid foundation. So yes, I do like to play in the dirt.
Love it. Well, we got some more birthday shout outs. Look, I found somebody. Alex, my brother, is a Pisces. Shout out to the Pisces. One Pisces in the crew. Shamim says happy birthday to Dr. Ronnie Rogers. Happy birthday. Robert said that Hulk Hogan's birthday is today. So that's what it's all about. So anytime you all know of somebody's birthday, we like to shout them out. And yes, Robert said gardening is therapeutic. Everybody loves planting.
It is.
It's certain things I can sit and watch, you guys, and I love to watch flowers bloom, and I love sunflowers, but I just don't like to put my hands in.
You don't have the green thumb. It's okay. You can either hire someone or I'll come over and help you also. Well, I do have a vibrant vibe. David Jameson from Memphis, Tennessee is an educator. He's known as the Dope Educator. He made up individual handshakes for all of his students, 75 students. And let me tell you how God blessed him. It kind of went viral. He just inked a deal with Gap.
What? Oh my goodness. We got to practice. Y'all, we need to come up with a handshake or something like that. You remember when I was growing up, they would do the give me 5, it's you too slow, and then turn it over real fast, that kind of thing. But everybody has those handshakes. Or do you hold hands, or do you just like to walk by yourself when you're with your hubby bear? Because when I'm with my hubby bear, he wants to hold my hand.
Of course he does, cutie pie.
Do you hold hands, or do you just walk right next to each other? How do you do that?
I am a hand holder. I like it's kind of like the protecting thing. And you know what, ladies? I refuse to walk on the outside near the street. I always have to walk on the inside. And when I was dating, if a man did not escort me gently to the inside, I said, that's your last date.
That's your last date. Speaking of dates, what was your first date? Because now that there's COVID, everybody, we literally were sitting at home eating popcorn, watching a movie, and my husband passed me the popcorn. Right, so I put my hand in the bowl, and then I passed it back to him, and he puts his hand in the bowl. Now I'm thinking, going on a date, putting your hand in the same popcorn is not okay in today's, like right now. I wouldn't want that to be a first date for the movies. Do you know where your first date was? And Tony says my husband and son have their own handshake, so it's super cool to watch them. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
A lot of the fraternities, I noticed the fellas, they get real close and they do some kind of little handshake. So the handshake is a way to communicate with people, and it lets other people know this person I have a relationship with. Even holding hands, because hopefully you're not walking around holding hands with a stranger, but when you see someone holding hands and connecting,
yeah,
that person has a relationship, whether it's your child. As soon as your child starts walking, what do? You put your hand out and you hold their hand, you guide them. When you're trying to be romantic, you hold hands. So the handshake and holding hands is something big.
But now, I don't like to hold hands like this. I want to bring it together. Like this is my man, okay? This is my woman. Yes, we're together.
That is so good. That's funny.
So your first date, tell us, Yolanda. Look, Michelle says her first date was a virtual dinner date.
Wow.
This is during COVID and everything. She says, I'm dating long distance and we're being very creative. I like that. A virtual is safe. You're in your own space. If you have a glass of wine, you can have a glass of wine or coffee or tea or whatever you like. And look, she says, we cooked together and we sat down and ate dinner and it was virtual.
That is the modern day, I love it. I love it. And, we had a chance to see her significance. So, you did well, girl.
Yes. But let me tell you something else. A lot of times when we would go out of town to visit our son to play football, when we come back, we are now able to FaceTime. When we were growing up, we didn't FaceTime. We had to write love letters.
Oh, yes. Oh, I was an expert in college. I think I wrote love letters for my friends to give to their significant. Because I do like to write. I like to write poems and I like to write. So I've already told you my story about how I learned to read because my aunt used to write letters to me. And that was our form of communication. But the funniest thing, Tracie, you just said something about a phone call. Do you know when I grew up, first I didn't have a phone and in the home, but once we got it, it was a party line.
Oh, yeah. And people could pop on and talk and stuff like that. And I'm going to tell you something else. Oh, we're going back to that. Lily says her first date was at Wabash Park. And we had a picnic and watched the movie Bambi. Just so you all know, we're talking about all these things because we're literally connecting with the owners. When we go to the Roku channel, which we are how many days out to Roku?
19.
We are 19 days out to Roku. We won't be able to communicate back and forth in this way, but we'll have some strategic ways to communicate. So we just wanted to take some time to show you all what it looks like for us to communicate together. And not only that, the relationships, because it's Relationship Wednesdays that we have established. And so in this moment, I just have to stop the press. Our relationship with Lady Lily Franks is everything, y'all. She prays over us. She calls and sings messages. Love her voice, y'all. And she connects us to what it is that we need to have that spiritual connection. So shout out to you, one of our owners, Lily Franks. You are everything to us. Yes. So this is virtual, sending her virtual kisses.
Virtual kisses and hugs. And Miss Lily Franks, I hope you don't mind. She said their first date was a picnic. And I saw last week that she and her husband were on a picnic. So they are continuing the tradition.
I love it. Robert said Tiffany Haddish and Common had a virtual date. So see, that's a new thing, virtual dating. I'm gonna tell my husband, call me while I'm at the office. Let's have a virtual date. But I love writing love letters as well. I wrote love letters even in elementary school, middle school, and then we didn't have middle school. It was K through 8th grade. Mm-hmm. But I did do the whole, if a boy asks you, will you be my girlfriend, circle yes or no? Yes.
Oh my goodness. You know who else? I was watching an interview. Babyface said he started writing love letters and songs involving love like in the 2nd grade.
Oh, baby.
He says he always has loved love. So he's been writing about love since the 2nd grade, he said.
That's how you know it's your purpose. Babyface writes the best love songs. If he wrote a song about being angry, we'd be like, "Quit it, Babyface. You ain't mad about nothing. You just quit lying, because all you write about is love." And so that's what it's all about: relationships and loving each other and all those different things. That's what it's about here. I want to know. What do you want to know? What I want to know. If anybody has one question, anybody put a question in of what you want to know, because we're about to wrap up, but we want to know. Robert says, now they date and break up through a text. That's tacky. You need to call me. Let me know a relationship is over, and then we can just close that chapter and move on. As a therapist, I think people hold on for too long. If you tell me that it's over, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Tracie, you said, do you have a question? I have a question. So, we're known by a lot of names. Mom, you're known by Tracie, you're known by Soulflower Sister. What did it feel like the first time someone recognized you from the show?
Oh my goodness. I've been speaking for a long time. And so I think for me, the biggest thing is when girls at schools recognize me. And now it's not just the girls from the schools that recognize me, it's their mothers and their grandmothers, and they recognize me and my husband and my kids. I was so excited when but you know what? I had on a mask, and I remember exactly where I was. I was at a restaurant, and they heard my voice, and she was like, "Oh, I thought it was you. Is it you?" And I was like, "What? Yeah, but is it you?" And we were so excited because we got to hug each other, and we had never seen each other in person. What about you?
Well, my first time is when I went to get my vaccination, and we were in a big gym, and I see this lady start coming towards us, and I'm thinking, well, she's going to talk to the mister. She wants to see the mister. And she says, "Lady, yo." I was like, yes,
it's me. Well, I tell you this one thing. What I don't like is when people put people on pedestals. I have this tattoo here, and this tattoo means namaste. And it means the goddess in me sees the goddess in you.
Yes.
And so that means that I see you and you see me. And we don't put people on pedestals.
No,
so if you see me and I see you, we need to take selfies together. I don't want you taking a picture of me. I want us to do this thing together. Every part of what we're doing here, just like Shamim said yesterday, it's a we thing.
It is.
We start the show and on what date? August the 30th. Wednesdays will be Women Empowerment Wednesdays. It's going to change to we, because that's what we is all about. It's about us connecting and us showing people that we are different. We have more in common than we have different, but we are truly different. And we are sisters with the A, meaning we're all sisters, black, white, tall, short, thick or thin, hazelnut blend, cantaloupe skin. Just open up that multicultural Crayola box. If you find your color, that means you're a sister or a brother. And that's what we are here on the On Your Now show. And so I love it when people say, "Hey, I know you, I see you." And I'm like, I see you too.
You know what, Tracie? I remember we were recently at Rung, and we had the mobile out, and a young lady came on, and she had her mask on, but I could see a little gleam in her eye. She had been a part of your virtual sister circles. Yeah. And she said her name, and you recognized her name, and she was just so excited to meet you in person.
That was everything. So speaking of going back to school, y'all, I know I always talk about relationships. We always talk about the Own Your Now show. But if you didn't know, we also have a nonprofit called the I Define Me movement. And so if you don't know about it, we will be starting back up. I'm taking this time to, people say support your vision, support yourself, make sure that everybody knows what it's all about. Well, the I Define Me movement is up and rolling. It's not just the Wellness Mobile, but we also offer support circles to girls. So if you know of any girls that are in middle school, we will be starting our circles back up. And guess what? Because of all of the great donations and everything, our circles this year will be absolutely free. And so if they want to join, we have an I Define Me Girl University. All they have to do is go to our website and join. And of course, Lady O, we always tell everybody about our Wellness Mobile. If they see the Wellness Mobile out in the community, y'all, make sure y'all come, because we give out journals, we give out therapy bears, and we have a good time on the Wellness Mobile, don't we?
We absolutely do. And I always have to say, inside the Wellness Mobile, everything, all the products inside are made by girls or women for girls. So we keep the girl power going.
Yes, we do. And we're going to continue to do that because I Define Me girls become I Define Me women. So y'all put that in the chat. It's all that. That's what it's all about. Any questions? We didn't see if there were any questions. I think they know everything about us. I really do.
Well,
But
I'm sure they don't know everything about us, but I want to say, people often ask me when I'm out, they say, well, how did you and Tracie meet? So the story is, probably like 8 years ago, I was putting together a summit for all girls. It was like for about 100 girls. And I was trying to find speakers and people to make presentations. And someone said, you need to find Tracie Berry-McGhee. And so I Googled and I found her. I called her and I said, Tracie, can you come and speak to a group of girls? And she said yes. So believe it or not, years passed, and I think I got an inbox.
I'll tell you, years passed, and I was about to do more summits. Beverly says, do we have a virtual platform? Yes, we have an online university. So let me tell you all something. Sister Keeper started in my basement in 2002 with 7 girls. Now it is local, it's national, it's global, just like the On Your Now show it's going to be. It's in New Mexico, it's in Thailand, it's in Jamaica, it's in Germany, it's in Ghana. But yes, it is virtual as well as community-based and school-based. We wanted to go to another level. I had seen Yolonda do a summit. I said, let's come together. So y'all know I love coffee and pancakes. I always tell people it's all about pancake therapy for me. So I said, Lady Yo, well, it was just Yolonda at the time. Yolonda, 2 O's, okay? And I said, let's meet for coffee and pancakes. And then she met and I said, you know what? I don't like doing this alone. Let's come together and let's do these college summits and bring girls on college campuses and focus on literacy, body positivity. And Yolonda is all about the ladies. She's like, and we need to bring the moms. We're going to have a VIP mom set. And guess what? We came together and she's stuck. I ain't going nowhere, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, we have done the summits together. We had created an HBCU tour. Unfortunately, COVID kind of stopped us in our tracks. But let me tell you about stopping in your tracks. I keep telling y'all to look for the light. The light was still shining on our path. God was not done with us yet. And when Tracie came on and she said, Yolanda, I got to get on and tell people to stay positive. I said, girl, go on Facebook Live. And she did it. And here we are today, girl, in 19 days.
Yes.
We will be on a television near all of our owners, our new owners, people who have been with us from the beginning. And let me tell you something. I am so thankful for the people that were on from the beginning.
Oh my gosh. Share. I'm getting to the questions, y'all. I see the questions coming up. I want to know, are you all, they don't know. Are you all checking in from work or home? That's what I want to know. We even have a new time. Everything that's coming up, we're going to be posting it next week. We're going to be showing you all the best of, but I want to answer some of your questions. So let's start with Virgie. She said, will your format change with the new network? Y'all getting all the tea. They getting all the exclusives, aren't they, Lady O?
Yes, ma'am.
But you know what? Because you're owners, and everybody knows that an owner is anybody in the chat that's been following us. You're connected to us because this is our journey. So we're going to let them know. She wanted to know, will our format change with the new network? Okay, it is going to change. We will have the same 5 days. We will come on at what time, Lady O? Let them know what time we coming on.
9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes, we'll come on at 9 a.m. and it'll be on Roku and it will be on Fire TV and Apple TV and on demand. It'll also be on YouTube. And it might be like on demand like the day after, but they will play it 3 times. So if you missed it at 9, you might get it at 12 or you might get it at 3, but you better watch it that first day out on August the 30th. But the format will change just a little bit, Virgie. So number 1, we will have a in-studio audience on certain days. Yay! So you guys, of course, you'll wear masks, but you get to go over to our website. If you all want to come in the studio and you're in the St. Louis area, we'll be taping on those days, okay? So you all can just go over to our website and sign up to be an in-studio audience because we're only taking a certain amount of people because of the COVID restrictions. Mondays will be motivational Mondays because we got to motivate y'all, right?
Yes.
Tuesdays is, what is it? Tell them.
Transformational Tuesday.
Yes, there's so many things about us that's changing, that's growing. So if you want to transform, you want to make sure that you watch Transformational Tuesdays. And of course, Wednesdays used to be Relationship Wednesdays, but now it will be Women Empowerment Wednesday. So we'll have a lot of different, and you know what? It's going to be the cup. It's going to be me. And it's going to be Shameen. And it's going to be Lady Yo. And guess what? Justice Key. We're all coming together for Women Empowerment Wednesdays. We're giving y'all all the tea. Ooh, we're giving them all the tea. Okay. And then Thursdays will be Tell Me Something Good Thursdays, but it will be for businesses. So you all will find out about all the new businesses that are coming out, businesses that were birthed in the midst of the pandemic. And then Fridays is Freedom Fridays. You know what? That's all about exclusive. We can't even tell y'all about that one. Y'all, but Lady Yo, you don't tell them, Lady Yo, don't tell them. They just got to wait because it's going to be the bomb, y'all.
Well, it will be the bomb. And all I can say is there will be some entertaining things happening.
Ooh. Lady Yo always says, Tracie, you can sing. I always tell everybody, I can sing, but I can't sing. But you all will see some of the fun we will have. And then the next question, Sharon Childs, approximately how many guests have you blessed us with? Let me tell y'all something. What we counted up was that we've literally we started in March. I started in March 2020, and then we all came together. We've had almost over 1,000 guests.
We have had over 1,000 guests.
Yes, yes. And that's crazy. You know what? But it's because you guys have stayed connected to us. You all have shared our pages. And today, or actually last night, I looked at us and we have, I love numbers, y'all. I try to look them up and Lady Yo is looking them up and we stay connected to everything. But guess what, y'all? We literally, as of yesterday, have 6.4 thousand followers. And when we looked at the demographics and all the different things, our posts reached over 40,000 people on Facebook. And you know what, y'all? It's because of y'all.
Absolutely.
That's
absolutely.
It's an us thing.
It's definitely a us thing. And when you came up with Own Your Now, so I have to tell people, I saw a video of Tracie. I want to say it was in 2012. And she was speaking on owning your now. And we are in 2021? Look, girl, those numbers reversed. It was 2012. Now it's 2021. You're a numbers girl. But it just astonished me how she has walked in her purpose. A lot of people, when they start new things, it's brand new. But for Tracie, it is truly who she is. She had that speech in 2012.
Let me tell y'all something. It's about, like you said, Yolanda, it's a God thing. Everything that has happened in my life has been on purpose, with purpose. I have a vision board that I write everything out. I journal all the time, and I'm all about empowering girls. But I knew that there was time for us to empower women, y'all. And so literally, when I first wrote the book, of course, none of this had come about. So you all got to understand, the thing about it is you can say something that you want to happen, and then God takes it and that totally blows it out the water. And so it all started. Sure, we're doing a cup of coffee right now, but like I said, I've been drinking coffee forever. You saw that video in 2017.
17.
The book was in 2015.
Okay.
And as you all can see, it was called A Cup of Therapy for the Soul, Poetry for Women Seeking Serenity on Their Healing Journey. Because I feel like it's all about awareness. It's about awareness. And we got to make sure that mental wellness is okay.
It is.
And that's what it's all about. So we are faith walkers. I tell everybody, when God tells you to walk, run like the wind, for you are guaranteed to fly. That's what it's all about. And so, God is about to blow our mind because he does it every time, Shameen. So that's what we're all about. Look, y'all, we so excited about today. I know that we're going over. We got so many things to do, but we just want you all to know that we appreciate you. That's what this is all about. We appreciate you. I appreciate you, Lady Yo, with everything in my body. Like you, Shameen, and Justice, like we ride or die, y'all. Hey, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't gonna be like the Supremes and all them other Destiny's Child. Shout out to all of them great groups, but we gonna stay together because that's what sisters are all about. That's what sisters
Absolutely.
are all about.
Absolutely. You know what? I want to say, everyone in the audience comments, you're not from St. Louis. So I'm going to put this in the air. Once the world opens up, I can't wait till we can take the Own Your Now show on the road.
Yes, we'll be able to do that. And Roku, it's going to be all over. So if you have friends in other states, start letting them know. Start sharing. Lady O, everybody start putting your affirmation words in the chat. It's time for the Own Your Now flow. What is your affirmation word for today?
Well, you know what I'm going to say too? Grace and mercy.
Grace and mercy. Okay.
His grace and mercy are sufficient.
Yeah, literally. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Everybody else, put your affirmation words in the chat. Today has been great. I know that we had a guest that wasn't able to come through, but y'all know what? Sometimes things happen, but you got to keep moving. You got to keep going forward. You got to keep moving forward. You can't say, okay, we just going to cancel everything. No, we're not. We're going to make sure that we connect with everybody and we continue to do that. And I hope and pray that connection happens when we go to Roku, because we don't want to lose out on all of the people that we connected with, because that's what this thing is all about. So, you know what? I always ask what's in your cup. And part of the Own Your Now flow is you all knowing that that's what we do here on the Own Your Now show. We ask people what's in your cup. And hopefully, if it's coffee or if it's a positive affirmation, regardless of what it is, we hope that it starts with a little bit of grace and mercy. And we also want you all to understand that the value of having a little bit of grace and mercy is realizing that when you get to the other side, what you will experience is pure joy. I hope that you all have understood that this is what it looks like to be inspired, uplifted, and empowered. And we bring you love every single day. We're going to come in agreement and understand that everything that we do will be in peace. And we're going to shout it out to the mountaintop, because the relationships that we are building here are forever. So y'all get ready to grow, and we're going to go and we're going to do this thing together. And it's going to be all about wellness. So continue to love and appreciate each other. Make sure that you all become difference makers, but reflect on the journey. We're going to take it slow. That's why we're taking a little break, but we coming back because, oh yes, this is nostalgia. I feel it. We want to respect each other and respect our time. Yes, I'm full. I am full. I am full and I'm full. But guess what? The cup is running it over. And it will continue to run over to the point where we are sipping off the saucer. So if in fact you guys decide, you know what? I think I want to go outside. It's okay to go outside, y'all, as long as you remember to wear your mask. And if in fact you all decide, I don't think I want to go outside, I think I want to stay inside, it's okay. Hold up your cup and sip, shelter in place. And guess what, y'all? We will see you all tomorrow. And tomorrow is Thursday. It's going to be just as great. Same time and same space right here on the Own Your Now show. Bye-bye, everybody.